Hey everyone, Ian here, and I've got $1 million question for you. What would you do if you knew that you could not fail? Okay, what would you actually try? Oh, there we go. So, $1 million question. So, how many people out there, myself included, have wanted to do something, but they're worried that they'd fall flat on their face and that it might be a very embarrassing situation? Or worse yet, they're worried that their friends, their family, etc., might give them heaps because they didn't succeed. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't get up on stage and speak in front of people because they're worried about being judged. So, here's my question for you. Okay, if you knew you could not fail, what sort of things would you try and do? Have you thought about going into business? Well, what I want to just talk about here and now, I'm really proud of this lady that I've just started teaching her to become a very successful business consultant. She's making amazing progress right now. And so I'm going to speak a little bit to that and how she's managing to get such big success, and also what her background is. Okay, so I'm going to do that for you. But before I explain what she's been achieving as a business consultant, okay, I want to just rewind, because just like many people that have considered becoming a business consultant, when they first think about it, many of them like the idea of it. They like the idea of the possible money they could earn. They like the idea of the lifestyle, all these sorts of things. But they're worried about not being able to do it. They're thinking, I can't do that. I've never been in business. I didn't go to university. I got lousy grades, and every other reason under the sun of why they can't do something. So rather than saying, I can't do something, I'm just going to suggest something to you. And that is, swap it around to, how can I do something? Here's what I mean. And that is, right through my life, I have been told I can't do something. They said that I wouldn't be able to get an apprenticeship because I was a C grade student. And I left school when I was 14. They said that I couldn't get into the commandos because I wasn't built like a brick shithouse. They said I wouldn't be able to start my own business because I never went to university. They said I'd never be able to become wealthy and grow a big successful company, and all the other BS that's going on out there. I know you've heard that sort of thing as well. But here's the thing. What if I'd listened to them? And many of them were the closest family and friends that I ever had, by the way. They weren't doing it on purpose to sabotage me. They're just trying to keep me safe, and you can't blame them for that. But really, what I've learned over time is, number one, for you to be successful, there are sort of three things that I used to always say that you need to achieve success. But now, these days, being older, wiser, and balder, I actually say there are 3+1 systems that you need to be successful. And so, what are those three things? And this applies to any business that you can think of. It'll apply, but especially in business consulting. See, if you had the ability and had strong lead generation systems, they had a predictable, reliable, affordable lead generation system, there's constant inquiries coming in all the time. So number one box that you need to tick is, do I have a great lead generation system for my business that I want to be in? Number two question is, do I have a really good, reliable, predictable sales system that I can use to be able to get a predictable conversion? So out of every 10 people that I see, I know I'm going to end up with maybe 2, 3, 4 clients, okay? So you need the lead generation, you need the sales system, and you also, most importantly, especially in this day and age, need to keep your promises system, okay? So you need to be able to deliver on what you're promising to your clients, especially in this day and age, because all you have is your reputation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what's the other one thing that I've added? Well, look, and I've learned this again because I've helped so many people over the years, and true story, guess what? This may be a shocker, but there's a few people that I have not been able to help. And I'm proud to say it's not that many. But the reason why I haven't been able to help a few people is because they were lacking this last component, the burning desire. See, how serious are they and how serious are you about wanting to improve things? Because I can tell you, if you're thinking of going into business or you want to improve your business, those three components, the lead generation, the sales system, and the delivery system, they're what you need. And then it's just about impossible to fail. Are you following me here? This brings me to the lady that I want to introduce you to. Okay, now I've got to find her. Why didn't I label her? There you go. We're going to talk about Ms. X. Okay, now in probably about another 2 months, I'm going to reveal who Ms. X is. But I recently trained Ms. X around a bit over 3 weeks ago now. Okay, and what I did with Ms. X was I brought her over to the Gold Coast and I taught her how to become a business consultant. And in 4 days, I gave her the foundations. I taught her how to generate leads at will, how to convert those leads into clients, and also how to get results for their clients. Now, this lady's a Kiwi. I love her to death. And so what's happened after, well, I'll say 4 weeks now. Well, she's just closed her first client last week. So yes, she's got her first paying client. More importantly, already in her first consult, she's added hundreds of thousands of dollars to this person's business. Now, here's the cool thing. What does Ms. X have? You probably think, if she added hundreds of thousands of dollars to this person's business, what skills did she have? Well, let me tell you, you probably wouldn't guess her occupation. See, she's probably one of the leading experts on artificial insemination. And I learned something recently that shocked me. They don't inseminate the cow the way you would expect, okay? So we have 3 orifices, and I'm telling you, the way they do artificial insemination, it was a surprise to me. So I won't go into too much detail here, but it was a interesting piece of knowledge that I got. So Ms. X is an expert in getting cows pregnant, and she'd never been in business. She'd never, her computer skills were maybe about a 3 or something like that. And after 4 days, she got the foundations down so that she would go out and actually start helping other people. And this is where I'm speaking to you, and that is that if you've ever thought of the idea of wanting to have a successful consulting business or a successful business, you've got to get the foundations right. And I'm doing a training. I'm getting together on the Gold Coast, and I'm looking for just a couple of individuals. I only need 2 more that to come into the training with me, where I'm going to share these principles with them. So if that idea is appealing to you and you love the idea of actually making an incredible living by helping other people be more successful, then check out this website. Yes, you see it up the top here, StreetSmart Business Advisors. In fact, I think I even made a screen so that it was easier to remember. Is that it? There you go, in all its glory. You can check out streetsmartbusinessadvisors.com.au and have a look around the area here up above probably, and have a look at an on-demand training that I put together. It's the latest training I've done on how you actually get the skill sets to be a consultant, and then also the other cool benefits that go with it. I really, honestly, hand on heart, believe it's the simplest, most lucrative and personally rewarding career on the planet. But that's just my opinion. If you check out the training that I put together there, and it is good, you will learn some very helpful things, whether you're in business or thinking of changing careers. Whatever you're doing, you're going to get a lot of insights out of this training. So go to streetsmartbusinessadvisors.com.au. Check it out, and maybe, just maybe, if you like what you see, we'll be having a conversation, and maybe you'll be joining me on the Gold Coast. All right, talk to you soon.